AI tools inafanya literally everything. Codex hadi my UI changes.
Yeah.
Inafungwanga hadi browser ina ensure everything and iambie ifanye ina work. Iko na vision inaangalia browser.
Yeah.
Inafungua browser hapo inaangalia inasema it is verified and to test zina pass everything.
Yeah.
Unaona niko na UI test inaangalia like niko na literally kila kitu. So
yeah.
Bro, hapo ndipo na feeling actually like kuna exhaust how powerful this AI models ziko like crazy powerful.
Yeah.
So ndio nimekuwa nikitumia na imenibuildia boda vitu comprehensive. Everything from your landing page to dashboard mzima wenye unaona hivi ni AI imebuild. Imenibuildia hiyo admin dashboard yote. Unajua all of it is live, is using real data.
Yeah.
Data ya story wako unaweza hizo data zote and it's always crash. But you need to vile ni architect kwa backend enjoy crash at the crash sijui at some wrong data ama nini.
Yeah.
Like literally it can't fucking happen juu vile ni architect yani.
Ah.
So sana nataka ni release nione what kind of edge cases so wanaweza fanya zikash, lakini unaona kama hapo unaona 100% success rate. Na hiyo create hizo materials za nini, ma order purchase na nini.
Yeah.
So some I get my joy from here. From here is kuquench my tables zina fetch the right data, zina store the right data type, zina secured correctly. So inakuwa fun but so hadi niko na dia na whole analytics using in analytics ninatumia tu Postgres imagine. Analytics yamsaki visit page. Yamsaki visit your storefront in update ako ka nini inaonyesha the conversions.
Yeah.
So unaona kuna storefront visits and I'm using just Postgres for it.
Yeah.
Na inawa kumsay na overload everything. Because AI iko fun sana, you can learn so much from.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
for sure.
Vitu mob sana inaweza kufunza yani.
For sure.
Ukidai kulearn.
Yeah, adi sometimes inaweza kuwa you know something but sasa juu iko very smart itself ikwambia something maybe you had overlooked ama auchukuliangi manani sana. Na pia front end watu husema AI
unaweza complicate pia project
ukikubali. For sure.
Unataka kuna ina overdo vitu sana na ya wewe.
For sure.
Umeanza ku overthink bana.
Yeah. Na pia inaitwaje? Yeah, nime lose train of thought but yeah. Iko very useful. Na like what you have come up with. In stuff personal ama you intend to commercialize it? In is something for someone ama ni something for you? Itihada is something you want to put out in the market ama
ni product yangu nataka ni build. Alafu ni document jani yangu ya kuibuild.
Yeah.
So niko na either two options. Ni either Ivane.
Yeah.
Ivane and I make money out of it. Tunakula like a percentage kadogo sana.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it proves that I am someone who can build a product end to end using AI na niko na hiyo knowledge na niko na hiyo skill.
Yeah.
Tunataka kupiga hiyo career transition. So say ni either nikuwe founder ama nikuwe product engineer.
Okay.
But today kurudi back to my mobile.
Okay. Dope
so
shit. Wish all the best. At least you have the foundation though. So you can't hata tukisema AI ni bubble burst. Utaitumia tu alafu you can always go back, you know, compared to mtu ana hiyo foundational knowledge, you know.
I think maybe the advantage yangu is that I've like already build products in one field.
Yeah.
So I have to transition to something else. Like say at learn like unajua ni the same thing. Kama unaweza build mobile app buda umedeal na everything about data, unajua mambo ya kupresent data, unajua mambo ya kusign in, mambo ya kusign out, unajua mambo ya local storage, mambo ya kurender images, like it's all the same thing. But I guess there's some advantage compared to mzee mwenye literally hana any knowledge around any of it.
Yeah, it matters sana, naweza sema hivyo. Na sasa inaleta the challenge. Just from now on, haitakuwa like maybe venye ulifanya CS. Umeona hadi prestigious universities ziko na AI in their courses now. Jota mimi, but I'm still in school, so like we have how do we use Lovable in school? Like it's crazy. Like you're actually given an AI assignment, so it's crazy. When I started school, okay, I left school for a while ndo nimerudi. So when I started, ilikuwa like ajua before AI, like hadi kuiba exams, bro, the game has changed. Hadi kuiba exams saini, bro, you know, you remember how people used to steal KCPE, KCSE, ati unaiba the papers. Why do that? Na unaweza tuuliza.
Yeah, exactly the kind of answer unataka.
Yeah, unachukua tu a picture nicely and there you go, there you have it. Hata you don't have to type.
But me nikibili product na realize like AI iko like super crazy. So nataka compare na like workflows za company like ati wafanyikazi vile vilikuwa mnapanga project, product manager anasema this will take 5 days. Alafu you go na get like good at that flow is completely destroyed. AI. Kama sasa hii feature niko na feature ya kubuild app is about creating digital products.
Yeah.
So now I give users a way to build these digital products like unaona vile itakaa, unaweza upload thumbnails za manini, uweke vile itakaa nini, upload set price, hizo mashit zote.
Yeah.
Bro, this thing if I was to do it, hapa sasa niko na description, price nini. Na unajua launch inatokea live, like you can actually view it. You can view it and purchase it.
Yeah.
Bro, ningekuwa nifanya ati kwa like a company setting ati kwenye customer nilikuwa na work hivyo ama niko job ama nini.
Yeah.
Bro, ingechukua whole fucking month ama 2 months ama di. But na AI mzee unaketi chini piga tu puff zako mbele hivi. But for such complex things naandika implementation plan, nikikapture na edge case.
Yeah.
Nikisha run nini. But like if you do that, bro, like una feel uko so far ahead of msemo AI that sasa tukimwambia tunamwambia ati because ati una feel uko right, but because una feel like umsana za accomplish so much more.
Yeah.
Juu akili ni the same brain. He's still using the same brain. He's used lakini sasa unampiga so much more capability. Ndio anaweza differentiate into something hadi ajui. As long as akona hiyo like akona hiyo knowledge na anadai ku accomplish na how to accomplish it without breaking stuff. Sasa kama I guess me I'm good at that. Me napenda bana ku make back end alafu na make front end alafu najaribu kuziconnect na hope they don't blow up with my face and they don't. Kama hii project imagine nitengeneza API nikatengeneza hii admin dashboard ya kwanza. Iko na 27 tables. Bro, ukianza vile schema hii project ni massive. Iko na 27 tables, iko na full migration plans, iko na angalia UML.
Dribble iko na migrations pia. Stika, you've heard of Watermelon. It's very interesting how it works. It's a React Native database. It's local first. Haina lag, no matter how much data you have in your app.
Like Drizzle kwa React Native ama?
Drizzle also has React Native support, but I'm talking of
local. Unataka about? I think sijasikia.
Watermelon DB.
Ni local DB.
Ni local fast DB. Ni kuna hiyo terminology, kuna hiyo jargon, local fast, meaning hata net ikikatika ita work, but sasa uko connected na backend kama Supabase ama Firebase, whichever you prefer. Personally,
so in sync in auto sync local na nini.
Yeah, so it's quite nice. No matter how much data you have in your app, it will never lag. It only loads what you need, in very interesting ways. So I'm sure Drizzle has. Yeah, see, this is mobile.
We're on SQLite 3. But
so this is
React Native. Watermelon DB.
Yes. So it's built on top of SQLite, na iko na migrations as well, schemas. Ni venye hiyo app yangu inahitaji fixing. So the next time we talk, nitakuwa nayo up and running. But
anyway, niko na app bana, iko kwa Play Store mzee, niko fully offline, inatumia SQLite na data iko store tu locally hadi na internet connection.
You see,
the only place net inaingilia tu ni kwa kusubscribe peke yake, nothing else.
You see, SQLite ukiwa na data insane, itai overwhelm. Now there's something on React Native called MMKV. Iko built in, iko fully synchronous, but iko fast still because it's built in C++. So if you have used something like asynchronous, sijui kama umeanza React Native, so I recognize juu nikibonga
but nafa niko kwa PRD nafanya mobile app bana.
Oh, okay. So nikibonga na Bruce, kuna some terminologies naonanga zikiwa off na React Native na Flutter. Na umeniambia you're doing Flutter, it's why I'm asking. So anyway, so async local storage, kuna various ways you can store stuff. There are various ways unaweza store data in React Native. Kuna hiyo async storage, kuna what you call local storage ile kawaida, kuna using your SQLite. Yeah. So here is the first.
I won't even build it with Flutter. Your mobile app nafaa ku build. I'll try to build it with React Native na export tu nione.
Bro, it's so fast. Adi nashuku hata. Okay, I'm sure you'll use AI, but given your background in web and all that, but you know React, it's very fast, bro. It's very fast. Like.
Najua React. Mtu tumia React na Tanstack query, Tanstack router.
Tanstack, okay.
Natumia vitu zote mzee. Natumia Tanstack kwa hiyo platform nimekushona, natumia Tanstack query. Natumia Tanstack router.
Yeah. So
natumia validation. Napenda React. React na kuanga chill man.
Same.
Natumia React na Shadcn na Tailwind.
I love it.
Natumia Shadcn for like a unified UI framework. So kama ni chat kama ni nini na ensure ziko unified across the board. Inakuwa fun sana. Kwanza ukijua kwa hiyo technical knowledge alafu unatumia AI bro, unabidi vitu fast. Kwa Shadcn kuna ma MCP servers. Bro, it's the experience ingine crazy. Say unafeel kama uko na powers.
Yeah, inaitwaje? Yeah, React, like okay.
Emacs bana.
It's this is what we do, man. Emacs.
When the purist bana, when the purist.
Say Emacs ni the best thing isha happen to my development lifestyle. Na pia uni. You can speedrun uni with this mbaya. Like for example, I never jump to my notes instantly. Exactly where I need to go bila kufikiria, naweza weka bookmarks. For example, acha tufanye niseme note not where, si ndio? Is it space enter? Yeah. Yes. So yes, naweza save a point, naweza save a region, naweza save a entire, so concept are registers, buffers. So this is basically like
learning curve. Learning curve ya hizi nani kwa rahisi.
Learning curve ya nini?
Wewe unajua ni wewe kutake some time mwanzama ati ulianza na kaini ingia.
You see, everything takes time. Na good things come to those who wait. Hizo things zote. But hakuna mtu hata hizo vitu zote unaniambia. Hakuna kitu ulizaliwa ukijua, unaona. So ni about to find interest na ku stick with it ukiona the value in it, you see.
Nilikuwa na code hivi browse matumizi za terminal. Hadi Neovim nilikuwa nimeanza kuwatch na za kuset up Neovim, kuset up hizo file explorer zake. Najua hizo vitu zote kuset up hizo na MSP na LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Wewe unataka ku overwhelm mzee kumwasaidia commands, but inakaongeza master za jibama tu. Autoi mkono kwa keyboard.
Msee, unaona this? Hii ni Hyperland. Natumia Vim Motions ku navigate my workspaces. You see what I'm doing, switching so fast. Naweza enda Chrome instantly, naweza enda Discord instantly, naweza fungua my music instantly, ni play something, nirudi na all this while sijatoa my hand from the home row keys. Naweza hide my net speed counter ukiona kuju, right? Naweza do all this, my system tray, na hii nime make na QML custom, of which ni partially JavaScript. Sticker, you've heard of it, the Qt meta object language. It's quite interesting actually. You can make all sorts of Sticker, you've heard of it before I continue? Yeah, so kuna endpoints actually. You can get it in Python, in C++, alafu saa kuna QML itself. Anyway, so iko na very interesting concept. It's very old by this Qt foundation. It's very mature. So it's what this guy used. It's an open source project called QuickShell. So basically Hyperland comes like a shell. You have nothing inside, then you configure it yourself to exactly how you want it. So everything you see I've made. I've made it. Yeah, I know where every single file is. So it's problematic when you're vibe coding something like this for many reasons. For many reasons. You see, tukianza na my entire OS natumia NixOS. Itself ni, you know about it before I continue. Ni nice to ask for different reasons. So kama ukiona in tech news today, wanaitwa Buric tricks. Okay, basically the French government, EU, in a switch from Windows based computers in their workspaces to Linux. Yeah, so the French guys wamechukua Nix for 2 of their projects. One for the treasury, your Buric tricks. There's a atandezi hapo. Yeah, so they're using what I'm using, Nix. Introduce very interesting concepts. Sidhani will get into it sahi. Maybe if we meet again na uko na interest. Jusa, it's like I told you. Yeah, it's very different from every other Linux you have ever used. Sijui your experience with Linux, but I assume you have some. So iko very...
My experience with Linux ni natumia macOS juu ni Unix bana. That is the only thing.
But that's very different.
Nimecheza na nimetumia Kali Linux.
Yeah.
But hizo ni kitambo. Nilikuwa high school.
Yeah, I understand. I started the same way. Yeah. Actually, my KCSE, I partially did with Linux. So I'm very big on Linux stuff. I like Linux for many reasons. Na alafu, unajua ukiwa na passion for stuff, there's no rush to complete it. So you want to understand it. So vibe coding, utakuta many Linux guys, purists, wanachukia the vibes, especially kama wako development environment active like yours. Utakuta most of them wanachukia vibers. By vibing means I understand certain things, you know. So nilianza to the journey at Wiki. But I have a Discord channel where I document some of this. Na plan kuziturn into a blog later on. Nimeona it's important your tech journey. Kama venye umeniambia you're planning to document what you're doing. Nime-identify kama an important thing to be doing, you know. Like for example, ningejudge your capabilities kama haungenionyesha the stuff you just showed me. At least right now, I have an idea of something you've built na ime come out ikiwaka certain way, ina work perfectly. So it matters. So ukiwa na blog somewhere, you have all your projects, nini.
Social proof.
Social proof, na pia it makes things easier for you when una present yourself for an opening, ama a gig somewhere, you know. Ama tu conversation, you can direct someone to your blog, aone tu maneno yako. Juu saa ingine inaweza kuwa maneno hujaformulate vizuri, you know. Maybe leo uko na energy ya kuongea about the things you're doing, but kesho will be different. but you'd still maybe want to show, but ona hiyo nguvu ya ku gloss over everything.
I think because your GitHub mention hapa ndani at least the things are built hapo.
Yeah.
Juu nimebuild mambo lakini saa GitHub yangu ni the last time niliangalia discovery. Ka job tunachezanga na hii Azure DevOps, before that ilikuwa sijui Bitbucket. Sasa msee akaanza kujudge by ati whatever Git tooling you use.
Yeah.
Unaona itakuwa sasa ni lakini sio kaza kwa na proof unaonyesha msee wewe enda kwa hii link. Utaona kazi yangu hapo, niko na hii blog, niko na hizi opinions.
Yeah.
Kwa social proof nyingine noma.
Na inasaidia mbaya.
Ni opportunities mbaya. Post tu follow Twitter.
Walai. Okay.
Wana kwanga all to take serious.
Yeah, true. Building in public, they call it.
Yeah. So building in public wakaiba jina ya app yangu but ni sawa.
Yeah, say ndio shida nyingine kuonyesha mtu something bila kuwa prepared for the potential outcomes. Do people will be people. Naweza, for example, umeonyesha very nice app. Unaweza kwa sasa umeunlock my idea sasa naenda ku replicate hizi vitu umekuwa ukifanya vibaya sana. Kuna watu kwa dribble, unaona.
Lakini acha wajaribu mzee. Sababu ni ndio na people lazima watakopi tu.
Yeah.
Execution, the difference in execution ndio wewe na matter in the end.
Na pia something else like shida ijai kwa ku build something. Another argument for the anti-AI guys pia shida ijai kwa ku build something. Like I'm sure you can nikikupea kazi sahi any app nikupea kazi sahi I'm sure you can build it. Shida ni ku build stuff itakupea pesa, unaona, na ku-market to the people. Yeah.
Hadi kwa ndio ku build kitu itawak in itself kwangi ati ni rahisi. But agree kuleta ndio the differentiator.
Yeah.
Sio ku build kitu iko na the most complex stack umetumia sijui kitu gani.
Yeah.
No one even gives a fuck. Hakuna msaada anayetumia. Na kuna kiba kuna fulani mahali but tukinajua kumarket ama kiko na another skill.
Yeah.
Na kaza ku make down na hiyo app yake ya ufala alafu ataandika tu kwa developers na hiyo app yake ni sema ni mbaya.
Yeah.
Si kama Uber ilitengenezwa na Wahindi fulani alafu akawafuta job wote. Ni Uber ama ni Airbnb? Ilitengenezwa na watu wa Fiverr, hizi ma freelance website.
Yeah.
Nikafandiwa alafu akawafuta wote haya award development. Lakini the end user doesn't give a fuck about any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them to the plan tulifanya nini.
So your aspect ya business, I feel like you kwa weakness yetu as IT guys. Na utakuta most of us tunafikiria in terms of job. Hatufikiria in terms of kwanza something. So fikiria in terms of most of us ufikiria in terms of kuandikwa. Na dreams zetu ni along the lines of kuandikwa. Prestige ni Google, you know, ku work for Microsoft.
So my lead code.
Yeah, see more like ati I'm going to found this. Alafu ni lead to this and this place, alafu nipe this and this cash, you know. Ni more like nitafanyia wase flani job for different reasons pia. For one of them ni atuko very social by default. Yeah. So atuko very social by default. You know, sales is a hard job, bro. Sijika you have done sales, but IT people in general ni what do they call them? N-type personalities. Your INT. Yeah. Utakuta most of us hata nitasema both of us tuko pretty talkative. Wase ukuwa tu muted tuiseme tu hivyo. So utakuta ile present your idea to someone na alafu get down na a normal person, si a tech savvy person, a layman, umwambie niko na this, nataka unipe X money. Si very easy for compliance dudes to do. Na pia by default most of the time they don't think along those lines pia. So it makes sense why the case it's the way it is. But anyway, nime identify tu kama a weakness we have. Na so I want to do something on my own. So what I want to do a product, alafu ilikuwa very interesting kusikia ukiongea about product engineering. It's basically what I'm doing but for myself. not for a company. My product, I believe in it. If it a certain place, then I form a farm around that. It's easier said than done, of course.
But ukiweza kuwa natuka execution plan buda in as much as si lazima jipe jojo kitu watu wajuange about kwanza sisi watu technical, like even your failure in your project inaweza kuwa ndio kitu tafanya someone akuhire. Juu kasi sema for example me project yenye na build, me I'll try to push it kasi nimejipiga kujipiga kama 6 months. I'll try to push, you need to push to updates. Because in the end it's something that exists that shows a lot of domain knowledge. You know, the app iko na multi domains, iko na different users, iko na so many different things, iko na payments, iko na authentication, iko na security, iko na analytics. So you build hadi ikifail, hiyo ni kitu if a recruiter akianza click your link aone you can actually build such a thing. Bro, like huwezi compare na
kwanza
so many other people huko nje.
Kwanza ataona ameangukia juu. Kwanza hii site yako ataangalia aone kijana ametengeza site mzuri haina watu. So what if saa ingekuwa na watu, unaona? Watafikiria along those lines. So I get you. By the way, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Man. So you're like the challenge sasa. So my challenge is sitaki tu just to build it. I want to build it and have people actually use it and maybe even generate some traffic through it. Sababu nakula 7.5%. So inamaanisha boda ndio niweze ku make any decent money from it mzee. Lazima watu wakoe wana Jukasema wasale hadi 100 kwa mwezi mzima nakula literally nothing hapo mzee.
Okay.
Nakula 7,500. So lakini Sablen ni architect. Ni architect design me I nikula a lot of money. Me nikula more than $20 a month.
Okay.
So me all I have to do is just push it and hope itapata users. Ikipata users na ileta do, all the better. If it doesn't, naandika a whole case study na pata technical blogs karibu sijui gapi from it. Why did I decide to use React for this? Why did I decide to use a MongoDB? Why did I decide to use the tables I used? How did I architect the back end around it? What was my more like what do you get from it either way, whether you're looking for money or you're looking to found a company or you're looking for a job. Either way, as in hakuna downside, the upside too regardless. So hiyo ndo the goal bana. Hiyo ndo the goal man. Kwanza sasa hivi kwa sababu na AI niseme how I used to AI to make this full stack application. Kuna mzee atakuwa interested na shit kaya hiyo.
Lazima. Nimeona watu wanauza by the way any stuff ingine pia nimenotice. Like wase wako na knowledge kiasi ama knowledge si hard kwa acquire in IT ndio ana making the most money compared to watu wako na very deep intricate knowledge ya certain things, like kama embedded guys wanna earn very little money compared hata some web devs wanna get a lot. Bro, kuna boys kazi yake hata si technical, hapa tu resambu. He sells Windows activation keys, but he just knows where the people with the cash are na amecapture your market and he just serves them. He makes an insane mbaya mse 5 figures but imekaribia 6 kufanya stuff ya ufala. Bro, stuff nikiku offer say what you're doing nikupe the money he's doing utaacha, but see stuff hata technical at all. Juu one unaweza acha na you still do for fun what you're doing na pia to the side. You see a full-time job he has. But anyway, just one example, but unakuta mse akona such knowledge kiasi but anaitumia ku get do ni so huge. Nimeona like how wewe say when you are dev unaweza make anything, mbona hauna do kama Mark Zuckerberg bro?
Wadi wa kuangia ni technical. Other good examples in Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs hakuwa na any technical knowledge.
But to his
they build those computers and they build those with the Macintosh. And it was Wozniak, Steve Wozniak. Lakini sasa huwezi compare the kind of like parts zao zilienda.
Okay.
So they built the first chips za Macintosh.
Okay.
Alikuwa na all the technical knowledge. Lakini nani juu alikuwa yeye ndio
yeah.
The product facing na yeye ndio nini?
Yeah. So
lakini sababu imagine uko both. Imagine ukaweza kwa yani you are a product guy and also a technical guy.
So the stuff I was talking about. There are few people I've seen like that. One of them ni Kalpei, the nothing guy. He's very good at that.
So I'm sure that is your product engineering is literally all about that. Na ndio maana hiyo ndio like nataka ikuwe my next like career. That's literally what Nini is about.
There's this guy.
Hadi Elon Musk ukaweza angalia technically Elon Musk ni atakuangalia ni full.
Yes.
Kwa technical lakini kwa product.
Nilipenda this guy sana. Ni CEO wa Bugatti but he knows his shit, bro. Like akikwambia why the reason why wanatumia this exhaust and not the other, he knows. Na unaona hii ni part of the difference with our Kenyan CEOs. For example, yeah. Kuna this bwana Siror, anaitwa Siror, huyo mkubwa wa KPLC. Ukimuuliza token ni how much? Ajui token ni how much? Ajui na siongea out of fiction, like ni something that he has been asked before, like ajui the bro, unaweza compare Bugatti na KPLC, like hata wewe niko sure briefing ya siku moja utajua everything there is. Okay, maybe na gloss over juu kuna technicals nini juu tukikuwa realistic mambo ya stima
but unakuwa na basic knowledge bana.
Yeah, juu ile day to day ile basic kabisa ile ina face the customer niyo tu peke yake, bei ya tokens. Ingine ni
hakuna anything else. That is where your whole company business ina come from. So kwa sababu knowledge kaa hiyo ni mchezo bana.
But of course sasa it makes sense juu ukielewa energy ya Kenya
people. So unajua of course hizo ni kupewa tu, wanapeananga hizo roles tu.
Yeah.
But lazima kuna some technocrat anajua in the background nani.
Lazima he knows something, although yeah, but it's a problem. It's a problem we have.
But imekuwa good chat bana. Lakini yani hiyo ndio uzuri wa kitu kaa tech iko so broad yani.
Yeah.
Unaweza decide focus on so many things. Mimi hadi kwa game bro, mimi hadi nime mod games bro, mimi nilikuwa na pirate games nazifanya naweza hadi ma online clients. So niko nayo like passion nimekuwa nayo, lakini sana najua unaonanga part gani na kubamba ni kuona
true.
Unapata fan yako from where kana wewe vile unapenda na nimeona na niko sure unajimamanga sana na Linux na the whole experience ya set up everything exactly unadai to build your own tools on top of it. Na inakakubamba manze nani
Linux ni so fun hadi kuelewa just the basic what we call the file hierarchical system.
Nitaiside load bana. Niko na Windows PC naweza yaka ikwe na load between Linux and nini. Cheza tu nayo nione. Ndio kufanya mambo ya SSH into it. Naweza nilikuwa natumia like PC yangu kama workstation, nilikuwa na SSH through my Mac to my whatever. Nijaribu mambo kama Olama na manini through it yani. Sasa ndio na PC na only use it to game.
Yeah.
Hadi sifanyange anything else maana nayo. So Linux inaweza kuwa a good way to explore kuitumia na Linux. Na hadi najua umse wa DHH anakuwa na Linux nini yake, framework yake inaitwa Omachi.
Yeah. But unaona mimi ni purist. Sasa mimi nachukia Omachi because for one you see what he has. He is opinionated to his choices.
To him and his companies.
Yeah. So if you notice iko pretty bare bones. If you have tried it, kuna a few things about it that look sexy from the get-go, but it's just the choices you have made. So umeniambia you do design. So when you start doing design, kuna what we call form of a function, nini nini. There are certain checks and balances you play with for certain reasons. For example, naweza kwambia the reason my terminal is like this, na iko blurred to a certain degree, ni for certain reasons. See, just okay, I wanted something light and dark at the same time. Sijui what color can do it better than green. Maybe you can tell me. But this is okay for my use case. Mi nimeambiwa na people it's ugly but haijalishi juu site fits my use case. Juu I wanted it like this, I designed it like this for my use case, and this is kenye niliona itanibamba na imekuwa ikinibamba like this. I wanted a transparent bar. You can do what you want. You see DHH amefanya yake ikue something similar to this. It's something you can change. I have this is what I like. Now that's the beauty of it. You don't
ni personal kwako. So much nika kutumia macOS tu yani azidi.
Yeah, juu nika unatumia stuff yake tu. Nika nikupe files zangu juu but the thing with Nix sharing configurations. Okay, strong about Nix today. Na try not to ni iceberg, ni a whole na feel nikianza kuongea about it na fuck we do justice. Ni really ongea about it. It's a really beautiful distribution.
Nitaicheck it. Ina sound kwa dystrophy bana.
But the thing with it though, naweza kwambia ni nice I'm sure kuna some domain specific knowledge on the subject matter, but kuelewa tu Linux on a deeper level, like ushe try Arch before?
Arch Linux but kitambo man.
So I think I think you'll be fine for Nix wewe specifically, but sasa for this other guys nimekuwa nikiwa sure like I feel like ni nice uelewe Linux before you come to Nix. What Nix is, it's nimeanza kuongea about it, I was avoiding, but what Nix is, it's like an abstraction on top of normal Linux. So some things will be very unorthodox. You'll need to fix problems. Na how normal Linux works, itakuwa a headache for you, bro. I can't lie to you, itakuwa a headache for you. Na utakuwa unaona ikiwacho, na ni nice uelewe the problems it's solving before you use the solution. You might just test it. Niko curious what your thoughts will be. Na sitakupea any hints, ndio nione what you find, what you stumble. Juu kuna learning curve to it, but once you get it, you get it. Nix is 3 things. There's the package manager, there's Nix the language, and there's Nix the OS. So just to show you what we call a fleck real quick, the one how Nix looks something like this. To open my packages, nikuonyeshe how I've installed Discord. So it's declarative, it's not imperative. Like on Ubuntu you do something like this, but on Nix you declare your packages and then you build the system. So you don't do imperative shit like this, it's declarative, just like QML. Nimekuonyesha QML just now. What were my files? Hold on. Nah. It's let's find out. I have it. But that's interesting. So I have something that's not being used. Nikona dangling files. Let's see. So I can grep through my entire project pretty easily, like I have right now. So it's not being used anywhere. I can safely delete it. Yeah, it's quite nice. Very quick. Alafu you remember the bookmark we set? Can jump where it is instantly. See, it was here. Instantly. From anywhere I am. I haijalishi the project nini. so many things.
The learning curve same mchezo.
I feel like it's all in the mind. Kauko willing to do it. This
kuna game directly through Linux. Games zote ziko compatible.
Si zote, but the ones I care about, like Saka wewe itakuwa pretty easy. Judote iko na first class support. All Valve games ziko na Linux native. Many games ziko Linux native nowadays. They run pretty well. Resident Evil 2 was Linux native. Yeah. Death Stranding, Linux native. See, I run a Proton. Do Linux gaming, konayo, what you call sticker you have seen about it. Yeah. So you can use a version of Proton. With what it's basically doing, ni ku run a subsystem. So ni like Wine, it'll run a Windows subsystem, then it'll run the game on top of it, but in a very low level manner still. Haitakuwa na any overhead. Hata sometimes it performs better on Linux than on Windows for many reasons. Yeah, but it's quite impressive.
One is an excuse not to have a Linux subsystem for machine yangu na already niko na PC.
Yeah.
So ni install tu. Tutafuta tu flash disk ni tafuta Linux for.
Yes.
Umesema nitumie hiyo link ama hiyo link itanilemea. Those take you back.
Mimi
customer active yangu yani.
Mimi ina depend on how willing you are to learn. Hiyo tu ndio the only hurdle. Juu ukitaka kitu rahisi tu nitakwambia try Casio. Juu there's no, you know, you have inaitwaje 12 hours in a day. Siwezi kuambia uzitumia certain way ama usitumia the other way. Naweza make two suggestions, unaona. So nikwambie kuna learning curve to this. There is some reading you'll have to do. Naweza kuonyesha, nimekuonyesha what the next language is. So me, I make notes. I make notes on the installation, on the languages I learn. This is org mode, yeah? Org mode is like Markdown, but it's native to Emacs. So as you can see, it's pre-formatted. So aina sumona the ugliness, you showed me a Markdown, unaona iko na hizo hashtag, you know, inaribu ladha, you know. This, it's just formatted. Yeah. Ni stars too, ni normal asterisk like this, and ina make the headings. You see? Yeah, so this is org mode itself. It can do various things, kuweka pictures, nini, vitu mob tutatenge into. For example,
so org ni mix peke yake ama
ni ya Emacs. Ni ya Emacs this. Yeah. Yeah, so everything you need is right here. Many things. For example, CG can a nice example for this. Hold on. Got a nice example for this. Okay. I'm trying to create a new file. Let me tell you where. Kuna mini buffer type of situation where, for example, open this type of view. So let's say haukutaka kuweka a lot of things before you save the files. You can just then Control C, it saves it, and it can also open it. But yeah, it's quite useful. For example, if niko na quick idea, nataka kuisave, so in such a way I can always get to it, but staki ati nifungua very specific file, ati file flani, my documents, nini. It's just an ephemeral idea. I just want to save it, alafu I access it. So I can just come here like this, and it's gone. Just like that, your idea nilikuwa nayo, iko saved, haitapotea. This is very useful. Ati? Here it is. So how it's working, nime set up this logic myself. So juu mi upenda ku learn some dictions. So the purpose of this ni learn new words, I like writing them down na ku ground your knowledge nimepata. Just sometimes I be learning words but my mind pretty foolish na sawa. So I like writing it down like this. So every entry, like you notice, it formatted in a very specific way, a space, nini. So just from this in a format like that. But to get it, you need to do certain configurations, what we call org capture templates. You'll notice nimeskip between very many files very quickly. Bila all these files nimefungua just as we were talking very quickly, instantaneously.
Fast in your workflow of it, man.
Exactly. Na mkono haijatoka homebrew keys. Sija
hiyo unaweza taka. Sasa hiyo unaweza taka. Hiyo tu like unaweza tu work bila kutumia madini. Hiyo ni clean as far and fast pia. Ni fast.
So nilikwambia tu from the get go uko too different than most guys. So like I say awanagi I do talk to the Discord guys. So the things you're noticing out to notice. Ama the advantages, ama the need to have it. Exactly. So you understand. Bro, yeah.
Everything is basically a configuration. Kani mapaki zama ni nini lazima uko na config files juu. But hizo ndio kitu tunaweza learn. Ndio niko sure set up kitu once.
Yeah.
Sasa tunashukuru kwa set up kila saa. Uki set up workflow, uki set up nini.
Na inaitwaje?
Wake man.
Kuna this guy in my server. He actually paid me ni mpeleke through Nix and NeoVim and Vim. Like this particular field I've done a lot. You see this channels kuna little known hobby inaitangwa rising. Sijui if you have heard of it in your journeys. You'll find kuna subreddit inaitwa Unix Spawn. Watu wako na way sexier setups than I have. Like this ni Linux but mtu amefanya ikae Windows 7. So many things you can find better than what I have. Like on his volume, you see my volume, this is what I have. It suits my use cases. Ikigo low ina change color, ikigo high ina change color. I also have keyboard centric na niko na mouse centric setup as well. Sometimes you just have to click, you know. Labda uko lazy, umekaa utaki kuweka keys on the homebrew key or something, you just want to click. So I have both for those reasons. I can just click to retract this type of stuff. Sometimes napenda Zen equal like naweza hide your bar like so instantly, naweza display the tile instantly, naweza display the not really. Na zote si Hyperland pia, so people do mention what they have. So this guy is using Leary, I'm using Hyperland myself. So part of the joy of this is that you came up with this, you started with an idea, like how I told you, nilianza na kutaka green, then everything else was built on top of kutaka a light and dark desktop. Sikutaka ikue light mode, sikutaka ikue dark, just your mixture. Now the inspiration for this came from my Windows days. There was a very cool, I think it was Teal, I think Bado Iko. Yeah, but anyway, I liked the Teal from back in the day. But I've done, maybe just to open my Arch days, I've done different types of, I've actually posted to Unix Spawn. I've done aesthetic builds. This is a work build, it's optimized for the job too. but I've done sexier builds before. Like this one was nikianzanza. Kuna ugliness about it, kuna things I don't like, but there are things I like. For example, I don't like my old notifications, quite ugly compared to, let me show you what I have right now. Chaneke volume 0. Show you something. So this is everything is manual, yeah. So this the music, how it's getting the album out. See, like I downloaded this player and it has this functionality. You know, I'm using MPD, which is a music player daemon. In a run a server in the background. So in theory, well, see in theory, in reality, Neza run multiple instances of the same. Is zikifanya different things, and there will be no lag. It's basically a server client type of setup, you know. So in a grab that, it's quite nice. Nasa the gratification you could build on your own, like you've come up with this, you've built it. Everything. You see the volume, I can scroll. Yes, exactly how you want. Yeah, so many things I could talk about, but I feel like it's a lot.
Scratch the surface, man.
Yeah, iceberg. Hey, good question.
Linux,
hey, there are people who use it and there are people who live in it. Hey, I am a user. I hope one day we get like maybe but the most things I do is like server setups, not much of that.
Oh, nataka nianze kucheza nayo.
Sawa.
And I'm inspired. I'm all close in your plans.
Hey man, nimeona watu nimekuwa nikisoma about it, but nimeiona kwa ground. Hata ile export nishawafollow huko manze.
Mbaya, the seed is planted, the seed is germinating. I love it. Yeah, man. Like I feel like I had sexier setups, but nika settle for. I feel like kini closer to Omachi, the solid bar, everything, the workspaces. Yeah, ilikuwa pretty nice. Yes, so many iterations of the same until you land on something yenye inakubamba wewe mwenyewe. Na pia of course you can have all of them. You can have a task switcher, of which eventually that's what I want to do. But here a lot of work. So let's say I'm traveling or something, it's when I do this stuff. So days like this, I just work, you know, kuongea na you guys. But sasa kuna time, niko na downtime somewhere else, I start working on this. Now it's problematic to vibe code. Once you get into it, you'll understand. There's a vibe code.
Code is a configuration as well.
Okay, you can, but just because you can does not mean you should. And in one of those cases.
Why shouldn't you?
Yeah, go precise. Yes.
Man, show me your ways. I left from where here, like in the pill deep inside, knee deep. What happened? It was just away for an hour.
Yeah, he understands. Yeni msameelewa. So tumeform a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding. So namwelewa na nielewa and good things are happening. Yeah, so yes. Niko very curious what your journey will be. Document bana utweke uko X tukuje tuongeze engagement. You know this guy called Stanley?
Analog,
you know this guy? Yeah. Nakuelewa. So he uses Hyperland and tricky. Kuna benye you jifeel on the low, so I understand that, you know, ni a certain type of guy, let's say that. A certain type of guy, yeah. But anyway, he's on. Yeah. Yeah, ni a certain type of guy, yeah. Ni a certain anaweza kuwa abrasive, anaweza kuwa all type of things. Yeah, I understand. Nah. He uses Arch and Hyperland. What I'm using, Hyperland. But this Hyperland specifically, bro, I feel like it will change your life, bro. Like literally, like once you try it, utaniambia tu. Like the current thing you're doing, all the vibing and all that, just set up to Hyperland in the OS you'll choose. Takwambia utumie Nix ama Arch, but I would recommend Arch. But but yenye uta choose uangalie kuwe compatible na Hyperland. Hyperland is very bleeding edge, so it will not be available on like Ubuntu, Linux Mint. Okay.
Mostly whatever. Arch Linux na your names.
Yes, mostly that's why you want to be. Edio March iko based on Arch for those reasons. Na Arch is simple, but they don't be like haina shida yote. Arch is it's actually simple. It's whole mandated to be a simple OS. You see? Yes. So yes, so it's yeah. Yes. Yeah, ni very interesting though. Very interesting. Hey, hawezi kwanza unadhani hadi macOS utaweka Linux bro. Si mimi nakwambia bro. Si wewe uanze tu alafu utaniambia. Hadi macOS
ni juu ya Unix na inafanyanga
there's that, but I don't know. Pia Bruce amekataa hiyo maneno kabisa, but
kuweka Linux on Mac.
Yes.
Wewe kwanza unajua wenye just trying to go back to previous OS wenye hili. Tunataka kuniambia yake hata foreign OS.
Yeah, but just in case you can, by the Asahi hawezi toa the macOS, you have to dual boot it. Ni part of how it works. So it's not like you'll be removing your Mac, Bruce. It's like you're just adding on, you see. So it's like, I understand where to try, but it's one of the reasons I've tried. Yeah, so it's available. Tafuta reasons zingine nitazikubali, but it's one of them. See bona fide.
Okay, I see, but I'll tell you this. I'll try it one time.
Once up to what point? Up to what point?
I'll just try it for like 2-3 weeks. I see how it is.
Let's do a month.
Flash install. Actually, right?
Yeah, Juni simple, yeah.
A step at a time. Alafu nataka niweza kui remote control from my Mac. You know, like one of my goals.
Alafu something else, okay. By the Arch ni a very nice way to do it. You'll understand Linux at its core, kabisa. By the time you're done, let me just show you. You copy. See, I just opened it, sorry. Okay. Yeah, so this is it. E-page installation guide. We install too. There's everything in it. The beauty ya Arch, bora you can read words, hauna shida na kuread words, it's very easy. Ka uko na shida na kusoma documentation, it's very hard. Juu it will be doing stuff zenye haujui what it's doing basically. Everything, every problem you'll encounter, there's a solution on this site. Just search for it, it's there. But by the time unafika hapa, by the time unafika stage 5, utakuwa tu umeniambia, you'll have learned a few things. Na just take time, usikue mtu wa kutry ku complete, understand what it's doing, what's Paki, what -v is. Of course this is verbose, but uone ka kuna man page for it. Understand to what it's doing, like rush through the process, understand, ujue what fdisk is, what it does. I'm assuming you already know some of this stuff. MKFS, kuna extra options you can use like -l, bitukaizo. Anyway, all the things. Now, what's your curiosity wander around, like swap on, nini, ku create swap file, how do you go about it, ku create ZRAM, ZSwaps, all that. Kuna just, yeah, ni just, ni very interesting rabbit hole. Niko very excited on your behalf, my brother. Naweza sema hivyo. Ati? Tuko hapa zote. Yeah, itakuwa very nice. Ndio sasa at least sasa Bruce akiona Mac Vibe Coder ameswitch, pia yeye ataona, accept the good news. Si nakuita Vibe Coder for this context.
Spec coder, kuna spec coder na kuna vibe coder.
Okay. Yeah, but I understand. I understand your. Yeah, so it actually makes sense. What say people do the most by the like you can think of anything and just do it. Na ndio the best part. Unataka kuplay a video hapa, you can just do it. Unataka kufanya nini, you can just do it. Like so for my calendar, I want to add tasks mbio, then it saves to my emac. The functionality iko complete yet, but it will work because niko na all the knowledge surrounding the area, ni just to implement. So nikiweka task, itakuwa inailog according to the time nimenini. Itakuwa quite nice. Depending on the day, itakuwa quite useful. Yes, it's a lot, man. You think of it, then you do it. It's any functionality you want, you do it. You want to open a terminal, you do it. You want to open 10 of them, you do it. You want to go back to Discord, you do it. Chrome, you do it. Instant. You want to go back to Emacs, you do it. So in the template for the thing I showed you earlier, inakaa like a lot, but it's difficult. You just read the documentation and you'll be fine. You'll be totally fine. Yeah. So with this pia sijui kama utakuwa willing kuzifanya zote at the same time, Emacs na I feel like itakuwa a lot. Vim, but you already did Vim. So what I have on my Emacs, I have evil mode. So evil mode is like nika Vim. So ni like combining the best parts of Emacs with Vim motions, which ni the best parts of Vim. So as you can see, natumia motions, nazaenda end of file, beginning of file, nazaenda 50% of the file, such type of stuff. Another cool thing na Emacs, you see how large this file is, pause. Naeza narrow down to any heading I want. For example, you see the file was large, now it's very small. Nime narrow down to only this, now it's no longer overwhelming. I can just work on this portion of the document, it's quite cool. Naeza go back out of it, nirudi back to the entirety of so many features. I could go on and on. Kuna 10,000 functions.
Yeah, kuna kitu discourage na kutumia ni kwa Flutter.
Kwa
bro.
Yeah. Nakuelewa. Although I've seen people do it.
Flutter emails.
Yes. Yes, so recently, before I used to have that notion, but I've seen people do it. I still quite interested kukwambia how well it works juu mini hate our Flutter basically.
This is new information.
Hey bro, React Native ni where it's at, bros. Amwelewi. But nakubali. But maybe pia ni juu nilikuwa familiar na React, so the crossover was pretty seamless. Na it just makes best in time. Yeah, Bruce amenionyesha a few things about it. I liked it actually. I liked some of yeah, Bruce. Yeah, Abedi show. Like on stuff bro, ako inspired by Cyberpunk, amemake tu stuff yake. So me personally, mi sipendi this juu sasa iko distracting. Napenda tu plain.
Iko distracting. Unaweza kama ni unaweza make the same thing hadi na Windows. So it's all about just kuna wasoma kama kitu kama ina Windows, lakini sawa itakuwa easy na itakuwa unajua itakuwa responsive to do it. Kama kuna scratch na
I feel like pia itakuwa limited. It'll go only as far as the software they're using will allow them. Yeah. Tuseme tu.
What we're talking about like customize, mean your flow Linux. Unapoona Linux unaweza fanya everything without shifting your hands from the keyboard.
Yes.
Una lock in hapo 10 hours at the top kwa keyboard.
Mse, you can go fast, your mind iko tu hapo, uko in hiyo zen state. Ni a beautiful thing. Bruce, unafaa kufika hiyo state ndio unielewe tu peke yake kwanza.
Unakuwa uko flow state, unataka kwa keyboard. Ni maana niko na jaribu pia nicheze na hadi terminals, niko na Ghost team, niko na multiple terminals, niko na ma item, lakini sasa niko nazo kwa Mac. Juni nilikuwa nayo fantasy yaani nikiacha tu nini yangu hivi, nikiacha tu my MacBook na ingia tu kwa terminal na sitoki like everything from the terminal, but that is basically kitu Linux basically ina flow hivyo. Windows hakuna kitu kaya. Windows lazima uguze
mouse, uguze kinebe
bana.
Yeah, man. Yeah, pitiaga man. Mimi sinaga issue. Mimi mimi hawezi nielewa bro.
Akipata chance ya kuongelelea ni SOS mzee. Everything else can wait.
Niko na food, nikupika tu.
Baba ni sawa, ni wasio kujiishi. But like 3 hours later kuna completely different people. Sasa patati morning kuna watu morning.
Hakuna.
Watu in different countries.
Na kwa nini tunachukulia wasee bana?
Yeah. So
the game to get Super Animal Royale.
Yeah, Dota pia tutaingia. Nimekuadd by the way. So, Dota kwanza tutaingia sana. For sure.
Payment system leo.
Kwa procrastinate. Unataka uambie AI malize ama unataka umalize?
Na bei maliza.
Or like embed like for your app, specifically for your app. Or like for which provider? Multiple.
Natumia provider ya mafladi best yangu wa Twitter. Basically ana provider SDK, ana provider B2C na C2B. So B2C ni SDK push za kubuy products, alafu sasa B2C ni payouts za wasiku withdraw balances zao. So sasa kupea platform ya kufanya hizo zote through his own M-Pesa credentials. Ni idea no wana nika kijana kadogo manzi ile inashaka kuna akili kubwa aje. Hebu na website yake hebu search hapo palplus.com hapo juu. Kabo kadogo man pia nilikaheshimu sana. Nisamewa hebu tuwatoa SM mwisho nafasi tu S2 tu. Ni hiyo kwanza. Ni banadilika kaenda mbali man. Na his first Git community za 2024. Na mtakaishi yote ni nawa
anatumia nini ama ni the vibes pia siku hizi ni ngumu kujua man
ni anatumia nini hadi kama nyumbani tamuuliza but basically the nigga is to the Daraja
nice
zake ana offer other people ito services analipisha one bob per SDK push analipa free alafu withdraw B2C safari kama analipisha kama maximum of 13 bob kuna a whole paying tier ya hiyo whatever hiyo price lakini so uzuri wake is that you don't have to open your own company and when you want to place a machine Daraja kaweza makiza less uko na your own company documents ni so ni makazi mo so the nigga kimsaidia man
ni good shit
like he even built an entire API extension for me like for my work yeah so nikasema lazima nitumie tu product yake
that's dope shit man that's dope shit
Jamani monetize Daraja API na wase wanashinda wamesumbuka nazo.
Yeah, it's something I wanted to look into. Daraja for my app as well. Ni SaaS, so like I want naweza tumia revenue cut, sijui kama you have, but spend the idea of kukatwa, was it 30%? Yeah,
upload to a Play Store where you always live on how do you stack?
Yeah, see that's the thing, the stacky all that. Unaona. Yeah. So nita load by other means. Yes, for now. Nataka hiyo do directly for now. Alafu later on juu Play Store idea na reach pia, but pia siko happy na hiyo 30% for now. Na pia for learning, I want to learn the whole Daraja thing. Stay to me before. Okay. So okay. See how it is. I want to experiment. Nije kani hard, kani racy, just the ins and outs. Zote. Alafu we move from there.
Integrate in very few minutes. Even without AI, without very fast.
Okay.
AI inaweza integrate instantaneously.
Yeah. Revenue cut iko pretty nice. Before ni hit this amount itakuwa very long time. But the free iko free until we reach up in monthly sales.
Very generous.
Yeah, this is very generous. Na ina work for you guys, Flutter guys, native guys, na React Native guys.
Mimi napenda kujua ananiuzia 10 build products. Sasa hivi ni free kama Cloudflare Pro na website kama Inbound. For free using the kama ni Superbase.
But kuna hiyo stuff tuliongea kuhusu though, like sometimes I feel like see just about kubuild ni rahisi, like I'm sure say tukiingia hizi campuses JKUAT wapi like tunaweza get people who can yeah, but kuget msata to pay money for the things we are building the problem inakujanga
kama kwa pesa kana McDo hiyo mwezo ya partner sadly ana McDo akana like a service account iko extra.
Okay.
So hizo my SDK kwa pricing yake click hapo kwa pricing. So sasa hizo madoo zinadeductiwa from service account. So hapa tuna service account. So service account ikiisha anamwambia service account yako imeisha, itopa. Na katika ana make do man, ana make do on board, akona ads na run on Instagram. Ndio kwa like what?
Okay.
Na ndio kwa maybe like kondia or something. Kwa kama jamaa ameanza hivi.
Yeah. Anaenda farthest.
Dev tools za dogs.
Dropship man, niko happy I'll identify something na iko very useful. Na hadi ukiona the site, it's I like the design. Sina anything bad.
I think it's literally already making money for me.
Yeah, something.
So all needs to do is that push. Literally all is done is to wrap the rat and say.
Yeah.
Again, but like it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Na mimi ananisaidia, say I don't have to. So na maanisha hiyo kama ni kilaunch, si lazima nilipe hata matax kama nini. Juu yeye ndio platform ni run as a personal project. So ni grow kitu nataka kufanya kama company, at least amenipewa opportunity ya type payments without pasia kuwa na kampuni na makampuni bank account. So ni kitu fiti.
True.
I want to take great step by step pole pole. Kadhaa ni kuweza tu define hapa.
Make no mistakes. Focus.
Lakini sasa vile mimi do na kuandika alafu natumia Devi ku review code na implementation plan. So naweza kubadilika plan. Devi kwa Devi pro. So naweza hii plan unaiona. Shimo iko wapi? Alafu baada ya question ndio zamani umeelezea kufanya hivi hivyo. Alafu narudishia cloud na ya wewe fix hizo vitu pale.
Unauliza Claude, what's the issue here? Yeah. The vibe techniques.
So, like naelewa errors za nini yani.
Yeah.
When you make go wrong with the project. So these people blind yani.
I'm blind to you, haters. Yeah, hata mimi sasa acha nitoke cha ukweli sasa. Alafu tupatane. Nitakuwa hapa bado. Nitakuwa hapa na Bruce bado, but I'll be cooking.
Sawa ina mambo.
All right.
Cheers.
This is good talk manze, good talk. Tubongange.
Tutakuwa tunalika hapo.
For sure.
Wazi bwana.
All right. Yes sir. So nataka niingie kwenye shughuli sasa.
Unacheka nini?
Unacheka nini? Better question.
Unacheka bro, na kama nayo kwa laugh.
See, I was looking at something on my screen. Yes sir. Bro, my OBS